Hi Colts, I'm Katie and I'm here with
Miss Halderman.
Welcome to College Teacher Spotlight. The first question is, what college did you go to and why did you choose to go there?
I went to Cal State Fullerton. I chose to go there because it was close and I didn't have money to afford rent. So I lived at home with my parents and commuted to college.
What were some of the other colleges you considered going to?
My dream school was NYU. I really wanted to go to school in New York because I love the city, but it didn't seem realistic for me because it's very expensive to go to college out of state. So I ended up going to Cal State Fullerton and I ended up really liking it. But that was like my main option other than Cal State Fullerton.
Did you get any scholarships, grants, or financial aid to help you pay with college?
So I got no scholarships or grants. I didn't get any free money to go to college. I ended up having to get student loans, so I got financial aid, and I got a lot of it. So I have a lot of student loans that I have to pay off.
Was there any tutoring, academic advisors, or study groups to help you with your classes?
I didn't get any tutoring, but I think there were options to go to like writing workshops, and every teacher has office hours, so you have that option if you're struggling in a class. And then as far as study groups go, I wasn't a part of anything like official, but I had groups of friends that I would study with, so I would say I guess I was a part of study groups.
Did your college offer any opportunities such as internships, studying abroad, or career services?
They did. They offered, for as far as internships go, when you're going to school to become a teacher, you have to do a lot of observation hours anyways. So they set you up with schools to do observations with. I had the option to study abroad, but studying abroad is not cheap. And like I said, I did not have money to do really cool stuff like that. But if you have the opportunity to in the future, take it because it's super cool. And career services, they had like job fairs and career fairs and stuff. So you could go to them and try to get hooked up with a job once you graduated.
What degree did you earn while you were in college?
So I applied to Cal State Fullerton as a criminal justice major, and I ended up switching it when I decided that I wanted to become a teacher. So I ended up getting a degree in child development, and I have a minor in mathematics. And then I went back to Cal State Fullerton to get my master's, and I have my master's degree in secondary education, which is all the education above elementary school.
Did you live off campus or commute?
I didn't have the option to live in dorms because I couldn't afford it. So I ended up living at home, and I commuted about an hour, depending on traffic, because, we live in Southern California. Sometimes it would take me like 2 hours to get to school. So I would commute, and then after like a couple years of doing that, I ended up moving in with my grandma, who lived in Anaheim, which is pretty close to Cal State Fullerton compared to where my parents live. So I lived with my grandma on the nights that I had school. I would go and spend the night at her house, and then I would drive to school from there. So I wish that I had the option to live in dorms, and if you guys ever have the ability to do that, I think that you should take it because it makes that college experience more college-like,
What is your most memorable memory while you were in college?
I didn't really have like the grand college experience that you see in the movies and stuff like that because honestly I couldn't afford to. I couldn't afford to live on campus, and because of that, because I was commuting, I didn't make a ton of friends in college. So I had to work. I was working 2 jobs while I was going to school full time. So it was a tough 4 years. And I think what was memorable about that was that just like that hustle. And at the end of my 4 years when I graduated, I felt so accomplished and really proud. And that's really like what sticks out the most to me.
If you could go back and change what you did in college, what would you change?
The biggest thing I would change is putting in more effort. I put in a lot actually, but I think I could have tried harder. And I think a big thing that I would change is trying to make connections and relationships with my professors. That's something I wasn't really great at, and something that's really important because once you graduate and start looking for jobs or internships, you need letters of recommendation. And I asked a professor once to write me one, and they said no because they didn't know me. So something I would change is trying to make connections with my professors so that when it comes time to get letters of recommendation, they'll write them for you because you have a relationship with them.
Thanks again, Ms. Halderman.
You're welcome. Stay in school, kids.